to like get to a point where I have like a battle rhythm like established, and then like one more thing drops in my schedule, and I'm just like juggling 50 fucking million things. I'm like, I just want to sleep for maybe 2 hours a day. No. That's your life. Dude. Jay Fain, how you been, man?
Doing good. Good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's nice to be busy though. It's good. Friggin' yeah. Now I'm fine. Like again, I'm like searching for additional team members. I need a video editor because now I'm like juggling more shows, and it's like, all right, I need somebody that's passionate for video editing. But everybody's always like, you should outsource to Philippines. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want this to stay an American thing.
Yeah. Well, I know there has to be people out there that would love to help you out, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's finding I want passionate people. And it's like, I talked to a dude I found on LinkedIn, and I'm like, yeah, just started talking. I'm like, I see you're a video editor. He's like, yeah, I edit videos. It's like, okay. Do you like what you do? Fucking hate it. Why would you say open the work and then you're a video editor?
I give it to the video editors, man, because that's like tedious work. That's a lot of work.
Dude, stuff, it's a lot. I constantly feel like I'm like fucking a hacker on the Matrix, just like multiple screens. Like, all right, cool. All right, splice here. Subscribe button here. Graphic, overlay, filter. Okay, lots correction.
And then like after you're done with it, you gotta like review it all just to make sure you didn't miss anything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, dude. And with you, when you're already operating with a fucked up brain, it's like, God damn it! Why is everything misspelled? Like and subtract. The amount of shit that you like rush to produce and hang up on YouTube, and you go back and like, oh fuck, no. Fucking delete. Fucking, it's like MacGruber. It's like fuck. Or like there's a glaring error in the fucking in the subtitles. It's like, look, I know you're watching, and I know some of you have seen it. I get it. There's a lot of spelling errors. It's like I have to rely on AI, so please forgive me. There's so many times where like I put soft professional, and it's just like soft. Like, dude, just like on target with soft penises. That's what it gives the viewer's impression. We need hard operators, not soft. What are you doing? Yeah, the best is like and subtract. What the fuck? It's a professional endeavor. Oh man. Yeah, dude. It's a wonderful world of content creation. Here's a look to behind the scenes. I need interns again. I was able to get interns for a while. That's dried up.
How are you getting them?
So through a great organization, freaking a nonprofit that helps our soft wounded veterans or anybody that goes through and is transitioning. You apply from SOCOM Care Coalition, enter their intern program, and then you can like go through their entire Rolodex of different businesses, different entrepreneurs that might align with what you want to do on the outside. And then you'd be like, I want an intern for them. And it was great. I had enough that I was doing a digital magazine for a while, which is fucking awesome. Guys were like, I like writing. I want to explore that. And we had some great dudes that loved to write. So I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, let's get out there. I'll be able to talk about the podcast episodes as they're launching, be able to talk about veteran issues. And then it was just like the season of like people that wanted to be artistic dried up. And it was like, I want to go in defense tech. I can't help you with that. It's like, I get what you're doing. Super cool. I'd like to do podcasting, but I'm going to make like $150K over there. I'm like, I can't fault you for that. Yeah. But hey,
give them an opportunity. for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like poop and cum jokes are fun, but I want to make real money. Like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well.
But yeah, it's I've been able to explore like all aspects of this, from like doing it with like as a hobby with friends, like doing it on my own, getting like interns come involved, dudes that wanted the, and like it's a nice like way to like explore like the whole process of it with the understanding that I'm a dog shit entrepreneur. Like I just like I am just horrible at this, but if I can figure it out, I know that you guys watching going into transition, like you can figure it out too.
Yeah. Got to
How about
start
you, man?
somewhere.
Like being in the philanthropy space, like that's that's not easy. How are you navigating it?
I mean, from my experience, I guess, because I've been out of the military since 2008, and like from then to now, like a lot of different variables have changed, like especially within the like the culture of this country and dynamics of how things were then as they are now. Because then, like obviously, where we're still like very heavily in the GWAT, and now it's not really a thing, and so then there's a lot of people that were still, guess, trying to think about it from a philanthropic aspect. Like then it seemed like then there's a lot more like veteran like pride, just because there was wars going on. It was a popular topic back then. Now it's just like the big popular topic, I guess now is like my peers and people that I know or people that served during the GWAT are starting to like get out, retire or whatever and transition out. So like now it's just like um some of the people that I served with I've been more in contact with because they're trying to figure out now like what's the
Yeah.
next step. So it seems like speaking from a philanthropic aspect, it's like, hey, what like some of the guys that I've like personally that I've talked to recently, they're like, what now? Like I was like, well, you got to think about it from a different mindset now. Like you're not donning a uniform every day where you're in command of a bunch of soldiers or whatever, and now it's you, and now maybe this person has a family or whatever. And like now you got to think about it from your perspective and their perspective. What do you want to do next for you? What do you want to do next for your family? And what do you want to do next for the rest of your life? And if there's something, a mission or an organization or whatever that you want to apply for or work for, do you believe in it? Can you can you can you invest your time, your energy, all your efforts to it and feel comfortable in that space? If you really don't, then maybe you should look elsewhere. But it's just that's what I've noticed recently as compared to years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more complex now, I think. The Our current veteran that's getting out now, I think there's a general lack of like feeling like they can accomplish anything greater. Like there's a lot of guys that I'm coming to contact that feel like, man, like I just need to go for the easy thing. I don't need to worry about my feelings, my purpose, my passion. Push all that down and I'll figure it out later. It's like, well, yes, maybe,
Yeah.
but what if we could find the thing that you love to do and you can go straight into that? Like, I don't know what it is with the like a sense of hopelessness or like a sense of like I shouldn't be entitled to dream. But I see that
Mm.
I shouldn't be dreaming. Like it's like I feel like I had a great career. Now it's like I need to just dedicate myself to like just the mundane.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. Um, I don't know, just how I try to. I guess for me, like how I try to help, um, the veterans coming out and transitioning is like I try to think about it. I try to think about it from their perspective. Like I try to live in their shoes, try to understand them, and 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 try to think about like if they are seeking the help or support, how is the best way that I can provide that, and and if there's a direction I can point them to that I can trust as well that has maybe helped me or I know does great work. Like say some dude's getting out and like is looking for a video job and
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I know this guy that runs this amazing podcast. You should talk to him. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like we need a more grassroots approach of like helping any way we can as a community. Like, there are a lot of good nonprofits out there, and even that can be a resource of itself. Just like if you just take the time, like if you're into space, or you mind it, just collecting information and passing it off to your friends, like that in of itself is like a huge fucking burden off somebody's shoulder when they're like, "Fuck, I don't know who to turn to." Like Honor Foundation, I shout them out all the time. I was like, "Hey, it works. It's proven." Like that's
Hmm.
sort of like being able to arm somebody with the tools, like they can figure it out. As long as they know where to go, they can start figuring it
Yeah.
out. It's a thing that, and man, don't even get me started on TAP, the transition assistance program. Boy, it's like the biggest pet peeve I have with like this program is it by and large is being ran and operated by people that have never transitioned themselves. They were like a
Hmm.
senior sergeant major, got out, and then just went right into like talking about transition as if they did it. And it's like, dude, like you never had a corporate job. You never had like a job in as an operations manager. So why are you telling people to go get a Scrum certification and PMP certification if you haven't done it?
Yeah. 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 And one thing I've noticed is like, especially if people like are reaching out for the help, they're not, you know, the one of the common things I've ran into is they're not like when they're looking for someone to help guide them through this
Yeah.
too. It's not just, oh hey, okay, go to this website, hit this link, fill this out. It's like they need like a mentor or a someone that's just just help them guide them through that process and get them to a certain point. And it seems like as if, like we're all at fault at this, where we kind of like divert them elsewhere so it's off our hands. But if you can identify a person that really needs that true guidance, it's just like, okay, like let's let's like establish like a meetup every once in a while or a call every once in a while and like update and see where you're
Yeah.
at, and just like those little things, like it helps like a veteran in transition get to a point.
Yeah.
It makes them feel one, like they're not alone, like they're like, okay, this person actually truly cares. There's people out there that care, that want to help. It's not just like some people get into a mindset where I've noticed that like, they just see me as like a number or another person or something to fill a seat here, like I'm not a human. It's just, they really like that connection they got because we had that when we're all in the military with people that helped guide us because we all had our mentors, the people we looked up to. They're looking for that same thing when they get out.
Absolutely, dude. There's a power. People don't want to admit it, man. Like we get too, I don't know, we get too callous. We're like, it don't fucking matter. You can call me whatever you want. And it's like, no, like being treated like a decent human being is important. Like we
Mm,
act tough. Like, wow, fucking don't need to worry about me. It's like, no, like just having a common, like just the respect of acknowledge you as a human being, saying your name, not addressing you as like just another fucking individual in the room, just saying like, hey man, Dave, great to meet you. Welcome. And excited to have you here in this transition brief. But it's like we also need to like understand that some people need something that's completely different, man. Like I'm starting to talk to a lot of veterans that want to go into agriculture. I never once heard about fucking agriculture going through like any of the transition shit. Like, and that's crazy to me that like this is a big need. Like, fuck, shout out to freaking one of my buddies that's just going into it. Just like, fuck, dude, I just want to do this. I'm no family background in cattle ranching, no background, never did it himself. And he's like, dude, I have a passion for being connected with animals, being right there at the front line of feeding America. I'm going to get involved in this. And he took that beginner's mind approach to it, reached out, started talking to people. I'm like, hey man, I'll work for free. I've got no wife, don't have kids. I can live in my friggin' RV. Like, I will learn how to do this if you teach me. And people are like, are a lot of them are out there doing the same thing, dude. In your own journey, what was that transition like into once you got to the point where it's like, dude, I got to get out in the workforce. I got to do something. How did you go about figuring out like what you were interested in, like what were your passion in, and then like how did you approach it from that beginning mindset of like, dude, I was one day I was just a kid in the military. Now I'm like, okay, now I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life.
Yeah. Um, the transition for me, like, it's been almost, 17 years since I've been out, and like I still feel like I'm transitioning. Like I feel like I'm just gonna always transition for the rest of my life, but uh, because I mean, here a few different reasons why I feel that way, other than me serving my time, and then I had a short kind of sweet career. Joined, did my training, went to my unit, got deployed, got wounded, recovered, and got out. 3 years of all that. And but before that, like I grew up, because my dad was a career army guy. I mean, just all the men in the family are like career army. So like growing up, I knew I was just going to be in the serve in some way, shape, or form. I didn't know anything else. I didn't want to do anything else. So when I got hurt and wounded, like it was a weird time for me. 22, 23 years old, and I was like, well, what do I do now? Like, what what do I do now? Like, do I stay in or do I get out, or So I decided, to medically retire and like try to go back to school and do that stuff, but I quickly realized that school wasn't for me, and I didn't like do bad. I had good grades and stuff, but it just wasn't for me. Um, and then after that's when I started like looking into like different like veteran type groups and stuff, like the VFW, for example. And so like, okay, what are like these guys have been around for 100 years, and they figured something out. Let me see what's going on there, and understanding like that, because these guys served in wars that happened decades ago, and now they're living a life prosperously. They have. It's just like they figured something out. I can learn from that. You know,
Dude, that's
and
actually a solid fucking point.
yeah, and just reaching out to these veteran groups, being part of some of these veteran groups it opened doors for me. Like I kind of started putting myself out there, getting to know the community, like not just where I was at, but just kind of all over the United States and wherever. And um, people were reaching out to me, and then I got opportunities to work at an apparel company for a little while, which was great. I loved it. Uh, then I got opportunities to work as a DoD contractor, where I worked within the special operations community, which is a lot of fun for a
Nice.
while. And then like I got approached to, with some of that background of working in philanthropy, and in that space, I got approached to work in like some some other veteran organizations running nonprofits, and it's that, like, when I took that step to reach out to these the veteran organizations that's been around for a while, it kind of opened some doors for me. So I just been kind of like riding this wave of like, hey, what's coming next? What's coming next? Or let me stick with this, or see what happens here. Like, I've never really just, I always knew that I wanted to stay within that space because, like I see it as like let's say the World War II
Yeah.
generation. They came back and they helped fix this country and did a lot of things when they got back. And they helped not just their veterans, they helped everyone else out. And then they in turn did the same thing for the Vietnam veterans. The Vietnam veterans in turn are doing the same thing for like us, and now it's our turn to kind of do the same thing for the younger guys getting out or
Yeah.
still in. Like I just feel like that's like where I fit in very well with what I'm doing now.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I want to highlight that part of your journey you just talked about, and I want to touch in on the VFW, but you found a space that you liked and you enjoyed, and a lot of times there's this misconception that like our next chapter has to be solidified in one place, one organization for the rest of your life till you fucking die. And that's it. You better choose carefully. You don't want to end up like Dom over at the cheese stick factory. That's it. He's locked in for life. Yeah, Mitch is over at the French toast factory, and that's far better. It's like, dude, you don't have to stay there. Like, you can go through life, and like once you go through that final out, you have that D214, and you're struggling to still figure out like what you want to do. Like, yes, sometimes you go for that, whatever's there, whatever you can get to help support your family, to help keep you going, and continue striving. That's the key. Like, continue thinking and exploring what you're excited about. And then you realize like, okay, like I like this space. It doesn't have to be just with this company. Like, hey, somebody else intriguing pops up in the scene. Like, be willing to bet on yourself, be willing to bet on your dreams, and be willing to look and explore concepts and ideas. Like, the nonprofit space is amazing. Be willing to say like, hey, I can help develop and work this and work with this team at this company and help making something that's, added value within the community. And then you understand like, okay, I like this. I like doing this. And then something pops up, or maybe you start up your own nonprofit and you start working that. Like, follow life and where it takes you, man. Like, that's really important. It helps you maintain that, like, that spirit of advancement, that spirit of creating something and being completely devoted to like what your mission and your own purpose is. I think like that's something that needs to be talked about a lot more. More often than not, all I hear is, just stick where you're at. If you're happy, stay in autopilot. And that works. Or maybe it doesn't work for you, and it's okay. But I have to admit, I don't know enough about the VFW, and I think that I'm not the only one. What got you at first, like, being willing to like go to a place that, by and large, we have to admit, by and large, it just seems like something that is part of a bygone age that we see it on the old TV shows and like, oh, BMW, like, but I don't
Yeah,
see a face.
yeah.
Often enough, I don't see a face or well, before, because now I'm old as fuck. I see faces like mine now, but like but like I feel like it's not a welcome place for like a guy like me with long hair, nose ring, friggin' like, tell me about VFW and how how does it what does it feel like to be a part of the organization now? Like, how has it grown?
Well, I recently got back into like VFW stuff since I moved here in Kansas City. There's a a great VFW post here. And when I first moved here, there was things that I needed help with, and they helped me a lot with a lot of things. They help review my wife's claims for the VA. They help like with just things that I needed when I was struggling a bit, and
Hmm.
they helped. They were there.
No shit.
They all I had to do was just ask, and and they figured out how they can help me out the best way they can. And that's what the VFW does. They really do, all across the board. You know, I know there's the stigma of old, salty, grown
Yeah. Yeah.
veteran that, that's mean, that doesn't like it's not like that. It's like those guys are around, but they're there for a reason because they have the same story. They went through it, and they've in turn looked to the VFW for help and become part of the VFW to help out the younger generation like us. They're not there to just, oh, you're not Vietnam, or you don't know, you weren't there. You're not. It's not like that. Like I know we've all seen that, and that's like kind of like the stigma or whatever, but it's not. Like I always encourage people, like, hey, go. And what I like to do is whenever I have an opportunity, I like to sit with like one of the older gentlemen, and and just kind of sit there and talk to him. Just listen, hear his story, hear her story. See like what they've been through, like where they're from, like their family, like just get to know them. And like there's so much to take and learn from doing just something as simple as that. Um, and that's like, because that's like kind of what the VFW is about. Like it's to help out the veteran and their families and stuff, and it's to provide that support system, that family feeling, that non-judgmental zone. Like that's what it's about. It's not a compare and contrast like each other's stories and stuff. Like, yeah, there might be some of that just because we're veterans and we do that. We kind of like to talk shit about each other and all that, different branches and all that shit. But I but that's what it's about. They've been around for like 100 years, I think, like over 100 years or something like that. I don't know the exact historics. That says a lot. Just that alone. Like there's organizations that just started within the last few years, or that have gotten big and popular, but are they going to survive 100 years? Like, something like the VFW is going to endure probably forever, you know. And that says a lot about that organization.
Yeah. No, it's a American institution, and you're right. There's a lot of misconceptions. I know I've judged it, not on my own lived experience, but what you see on media and what you hear. And it's important to understand and realize that, like, it's an institution that was built to serve and provide resources for the veteran.
Hmm.
So that includes us. It includes our
Yes.
generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not, and if we don't, like, you said something powerful about being able to sit down and break bread, have, you know, just have an afternoon when you're sitting down with the previous generation. And that's something that, I talk about that a lot, being able to have a community, being able to integrate, talk with people, build a support network. But also, we need to learn and share the stories, oral history, and hear these stories from our veterans that aren't going to be here much
Hmm.
longer.
Yeah.
Our World War II veterans, like, we don't have a lot left. Like,
No.
here,
No.
was it the 81st trip to Normandy will be happening with the Best Defense Foundation. I know there's a lot of other nonprofits that bring our World War II veterans out back to Normandy, back to see the places where they fought and engaged, to be able to get that hero's welcome from the people there. And the number of those veterans is dwindling. Individuals, we're
Hmm.
losing them, and it's a normal thing. It's a part of life. But
Hmm.
if we don't capture the stories and just think of how enriching it would be for you, the audience member listening at home, if you just took a weekend to go down there and talk with some of these veterans from these, different campaigns, different parts of history, what they saw, what they experienced. You're able to keep that live within you. You're able to help promote that and then bring it back to somebody else. Like, yeah, dude, I talked with so and so. He lived and experienced something that we don't we don't talk about as much. We don't highlight as much within our own peer groups. Like, fuck, dude, like, hung out with a World War II veteran at VFW, and he was telling me stories of what it was like for him on D-Day, what he experienced. And dude, think about being deployed until it was over. Not just like being able to return home on like, hey, we're going on Christmas leave. No, there's none of that. How long are we here, platoon sergeant? Till it's done.
Until it's done. Yep. Till we
Fuck.
win this. Yeah, that's it. That's nuts,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It's insane. It's insane. And
Yeah.
these American heroes are, that's where they go. That's where they feel comfortable. They go to VFWs. They live in areas where they can go have access to that. Their families help them make that a regular part of their life because that's their community. And every time I've met a World War II veteran, they light up when somebody shows interest in their life. In being able to like sit down and have, communication with us. Like they get so much out of that. Like you're going to walk out of there enriched. You're going to have a piece of oral history that few people can say that they have. Like be able to say like, holy shit, like these stories, they have to live on. Not all of them are captured in books. Not all of them are captured in movies. And someday that's going to be us.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's the weird part.
Yeah.
That's the weird part. Like some kid is kind of sitting down like, wow, Mr. Caballero, tell me about your story. Well, you see, back in my day in 82nd, we used to take piss bottles and hurl them at the kids, and they loved it. They chased those bottles down, and oh boy, they'd had a good time. And
Yeah.
sometimes we'd take candy and then put chewing tobacco dip cans filled with tobacco in with the candy. We'd see those kids take those chewing tobacco. Boy, they enjoyed it. Like, wow, you're a piece of shit. Certainly was. Certainly was. Probably won't share those stories. I probably
man,
won't
yeah.
share. But it's just like, that's gonna be us someday.
Yeah.
When we get older, life is funny, man. We're gonna get to the point where we're gonna want and seek community, seek the comfort of being able to talk and share something. Like life goes in circles, man. You're gonna literally experience this. We're all gonna experience this. We're gonna see old veterans at some point. Stop. If you can, I'm not telling you like sacrifice your day, be late for work, but if you can stop and engage and talk and ask them about their life, ask them what they went through, it's gonna pay back big time, because someday you're gonna be sitting there. You're gonna be that individual hoping and wishing the younger generation would take interest in what you experienced, because those stories, man, they don't belong to us. We have to share them. We have to get them out there. And it's not just the glamorized Hollywood versions of midnight raids and sexy helicopter rides into forbidden enemy territories. No, it has to be the stories that incorporate the entire spectrum of the GWOT. The funny stuff, the convoy ops where you're just fucking droning on about stupid stuff. Would you have sex with Megan Fox if she also had like a dick, but not like a big one, like just a tiny one? Like just all the outrageous shit, like all the stuff that we don't share enough. Like that movie that's out right now, Warfare, right? Like it's opening sequence. It's something that's so relatable. Like the hype, the stupid stuff we would do together in a platoon bay. Like that stuff is important to remember. It is important to share, not just within our own little circles, but with the world. People need to understand what it's truly like to be an infantry soldier, an engineer, a friggin' 88 Mike. All these things need to be shared. And I think we do ourselves a disservice by not talking about it all, not getting it out there, not sharing it, and showing people that it's a human being. You have to humanize this lived experience. It's not a superhero. And that's why it's so crazy seeing like these stories that get, they're entertaining, but it's important to understand that like that's not real combat. That's not real life. Like the real thing is that 18-year-old kid that's about to go on a patrol and he's going to jerk off in the porta shitter before he goes. Where the fuck is Johnson? Well, I'm busy.
Hurry the fuck up. We gotta go on patrol, bro. Hurry the fuck up.
I'm not going in the wrong mindset. I have to relax. I have to be relaxed. It's just so, but that's the fucking truth. Just
Yeah.
imagine it. That's a
Yeah.
lived experience. I hope someday gets put out in a book or movie, man. It's just life was so different. It was just such a weird, complete, like a fever dream, like of
Yeah.
just insane shit within hyper violence in the worst moments of your life. And you fucking lived it, brother. Like you know it just as much as any other veteran that's lived through it. Like just the highs and the extreme fucking lows. And like, how do we move forward and try to like embrace everything from that veteran experience and try to promote like positivity within the community? That's the conundrum. Like, how do we get people to
Yeah.
share their story because it's cathartic in a way, and it'll give them a release. Like, be able to go on a
Yeah.
podcast, be able to talk, like share, write. That's one of the things that I'm really excited about in the advocacy space. The songwriting, like
Hmm.
individuals are like going through these nonprofits to share their stories, but from the aspect of a song, dude. Like that's to me like that. There's because there's a lot of musical. I'm starting to see a lot more guys reach out like, hey, I'm a musician in Nashville, do a veteran, I write songs, and a lot of it has to do with my time in service. And like you go see their comment sections or you see the stuff that they're sharing, and it's resonating with people. Like people are like taking like, wow, dude, like the shit you're talking about like hits home. It's like, fuck, dude. It's almost like therapy by proxy, like being able to tune into
Yeah.
somebody that's able to sing your situation and put a perspective on it. It's like, fuck, like people can heal in the most unconventional ways or get a piece of what it like rest and walk away from something and feel a little more restorative. Like starting to understand that like pathways to healing come in so many different avenues, man. Like that's the
Hmm.
thing that is
Yeah.
doesn't always happen inside a therapy session. uh we have to be open to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
looking at what you experienced when we were talking last time you came on the show, dude. Like how are you moving forward and what are some of the things that you are implementing in your life to stay in that proper mindset?
Okay. You know, just to stay in that, like that positive mindset, I guess. Like, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, I have my issues, and I have my days. And,
Absolutely.
some days are great, but some days are just like, But um, to like for me to like just stay in that mindset to where I'm not letting like the externals or anything like affect me in a negative way, like um is like I I just I there's things that I in my situation, what I've been through, like that I just kind of remind myself all the time, like, you know, why I love being alive. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like, and because real, like, it was for me, I almost didn't. Like, I, I'm almost, I almost wasn't here to like enjoy my day, like enjoy waking up. I almost wasn't here. Like, I almost didn't have that opportunity. Like, I was very close to that. And remembering that, I get to wake up every day, one next to my beautiful wife, you know, and enjoy the house that we live in and drink my coffees in the morning and pet my dogs and, go hang out with my stepson or whatever, hang out with family, like just making a phone call to a friend, like little things that I almost didn't have. I remember like, wow, like I am so very thankful that I can still do that every day, you know, and And I've had brothers and stuff that didn't make it back. I have them tattooed on my back. That's like a reminder. Like, wow, like they can't have what I got going on. Like, I don't have it bad. I don't have it bad at all. Like, and some of these guys were not even, they were teenagers, so they weren't even, 18, 19 years old. Like, that's, and like I have a stepson that's almost their age. It's just like, it's just like I don't have to go like structure my day out in order to feel fulfilled. Like, I can just go out and do something and be thankful that I'm just doing that, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, it's a powerful reminder, the importance of like having perspective when you look back at who and what we've lost. Like, and then not from a place of like dwelling in sorrow, but reminder of like life is short. This
Mhm.
is not an infinite thing. No matter what that weird YouTube guy is trying to do with longevity with his blood boy, like, dude, this will end. You can prolong it. You can try to like, use every tool and resource to age slower and be hyper health and being that like weirdly obsessed about living forever. But you're not going to. It ends. It ends.
Yeah.
And we have to do everything we can to remember that our brothers, our sisters that aren't here with us want us to live. They don't want us to survive. They want us to thrive. They want us to go out there and live a life filled with joy, filled with awe and amazing, beautiful things. And if we can tap into, if we can just, and I know not every day is going to be 100%. Not every day is going to be fucking sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops. Some days are going to fucking suck. But we need those days. We need the shitty days. We need the shitty days so that when we're having a great time, we can look back and be like, man, I'm not eating spam out of a can in the back of my truck. Fuck yeah. This is great. This is great. Oh, hell yeah. We need that for perspective, but we also need to remember and honor our friends, honor our loved ones that aren't here anymore, and know that not from a sad state of like, fuck, dude, we can miss them. But the number one thing we have to remember, just like my friend John Wayne Walden says, live for them. Live for them. Honor them. Thank them. Like, fucking so glad I had you in my life. Even if it was brief, thank you for being there with me. I'm going to live double for us. I'm going to fucking be happy. I'm going to, even when I don't want to, I'm going to meet the shitty days with grace and a smile and move forward because I know that it's going to get better. Everything dissipates, man. The bad, the pain, it will dissipate. Like, dude, and that's like the hardest thing to tell people. I'm like, this pain, what you're feeling right now, just be present with it. It's going to pass. It's going, no, but I want it to be gone now. I want it to be gone so fast. I don't want it to be here. I want it to fast forward. I'm like, well, we can't.
Yeah.
That's the short answer. We can't fast forward from this pain. We can't fast forward from the trauma. We can't fast forward from the divorce, from the heartbreak, from the people that leave us. But what we can do is we can choose to be present in the moment, acknowledge it, and understand that this too shall pass. It will. Like, it absolutely will. You'll breathe, let go of the anxiety, and understand, like, hey, man, this is in this moment. This sucks. I'm here. I'm here right now. And the great friends aren't going to walk by and be like, yeah, man, that sucks. The great friends in your life are going to crawl down in that hole. They're going to look at you and say, yep, I'm here with you. I'm here with you. And this is going to get better. We're going to move through this. But right now, I'm right here with you. Because that's all we need. We don't need somebody to walk by and be like that fucking Andy Elliott douchebag. But fuck you. Get out of there, pussy. Get out of that fucking hole, you piece of shit. You're a fucking piece of shit, motherfucker. Look at you, you weak motherfucker. Look at my fucking abs. Fuck you. Let's go. No. No. Some days fucking suck. But stay in the fight. Stay here.
Yeah.
Stay in the present. Stay in the now. It's going to get fucking better. I'm not going to lie to you. The QRF is not coming. They're not going to kick in the door and be like, freeze, motherfucker, we're here. Sometimes it's just going to be you. Reach out to that friend that's with you that you know is going to pick up the fucking phone. Reach out and talk. That's your form of QRF. You got to take action. You got to be vulnerable enough, because you have to understand people live complex lives. There's a chance your friend might catch you on the right time and they'll be there for you. But you, by and large, when you feel it, when you get in that place of like, fuck, dude, I'm starting to get depressed, reach out to that friend that you know can make you laugh, that can get your spirits back up. And then know this shit will pass, man. It's important to talk about it, because a lot of people get the misconception of like, well, Jay's always happy. Why the fuck can I always be happy? Why the fuck can I be like Denny? Why the fuck can I be like all these other people? Why do I always get in bad moods? Why do I always get depressed? Truth is, brother, sister, life isn't always going to be fair, easy, and happy. Some days really suck, but that's okay. That's life. It comes with good. It comes with bad. It's a wave. Fucking I remember the first thing I learned about being special operations. I thought it was going to be great every single fucking day. And then you get that shitty team sergeant that's just fucking your mouth nonstop. It just sucks. It's just the worst ever. And I remember I had a senior on the team that was just like, hey man, it's just a wave. Like, just ride it. It fucking sucks right now. You're low, man, but that wave's going to come over. You're going to fucking be on the high. It's going to be awesome. And then when you're up there, appreciate it, because at some point you're going to have a bad day again, but it's okay. Come and go, dude. That's just life. And that's like, the most important thing that we all need to understand, dude. It's like, there's going to be good days. You're going to have that experience. Like, what's your favorite thing to do on the good days, Jay?
On the good days? Well, so I'm fortunate to, hang out with my best friend every day. My wife, so, and she's also a veteran herself. You've met her, and she has a lot going on, and I get to help support her through all that. And so it's like, I like to know what she has going on, because I like to be there to help and support, and, makes me happy that I can help her out, because she does the same for me. But as for fun stuff, I guess, like hobby wise or whatever, there's things I like to do. Like, I like to say I like to play golf, because it's the one sport I've played since I was a little kid, but I'm not like a avid golfer. I don't go out and play all the time, but I like to play golf. I like to do that stuff. I like to really like how our home is set up is like, this is where I can come and just be myself and hang out and have my peace and be in my zen and relax. And I love being home so much. I'm somewhat of a homebody, but I'm also a social butterfly. Also a social butterfly at times, but with the right people. I don't just go hang out with anybody. But home is just like, man, because we've worked so hard to build what we got. Like, I want to enjoy that, and this is my getaway from the world. I walk through the doors of my house, and all right, this is my peace.
I feel that in my core.
This is my happy place,
dude. Yeah, I feel that so much, dude. Same sentiment. Like, I like going out, doing photography, being able to get out in just nature. But I like being at home. And now that I'm a dad, I don't want to do a lot of shit with a lot of people. It's just like, my main concern is like, I want to be with my wife. I want to be with my kid. I look forward to rushing home, and if I have to go anywhere, just so I can be with my wife, just so I can see my little girl. Like that's the difference like that happened. Like I like to get out, go to the gym in the morning, get out, go do
Hmm.
things, but in the back of my mind is like, can I just, as soon as I'm done, like I just want to go, I want to grab that little girl. Like this morning, like that was the perfect example. I woke up early, getting ready for the gym, and it's like, hey, you want to wake up with Izzy? I'm like, do I? Absolutely. That's like the greatest fucking thing on earth. Like just like a little kid giddy on Christmas Day to go wake my little girl up and change her shitty diaper. Like that's just like that's something that you don't understand, like how it changes you. Like I'm just like, fuck, dude, like this, I'd rather be cleaning shit than going out and like partying and drinking. Like that's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that's the great thing about
Yeah.
life and maturing and in this season.
Yeah.
It's wonderful being able to get to that point where you know what you value and you don't have to pretend. Because for a long period in time in my life, I had to pretend, whether it was a hobby, to be around people. It's like, dude, I don't even play video games anymore. Dude, if I can just get to
Yeah.
bed, fucking hang out, read a
Yeah.
book, man,
Yep.
fuck, dude, that luxury of getting to bed by like 8, it's like, oh, fuck, dude, I've made it. Yeah. It's fucking my
Yeah.
20-year-old self's looking at me like, you're a fucking loser, man. You're a fucking loser. I'm like, fuck you.
I always say if my bed could have a cell phone, that motherfucker's call me all the time.
Jay, where the fuck you at, dog? We got Netflix in here. Get your ass in bed. I gotta go, man. I gotta do this thing with my bed. She's just always hounding me.
Yep.
Being old is fucking great, man. It's amazing. It just you take it like here's the last anecdote I will tell you about old Denny. Like I hate lawn work, but like one thing I do like is waging warfare on weeds. It's
Oh yeah.
like I planned last weekend. I planned my entire weekend around how I was going to decimate the pandemic of weeds in my backyard. I got meticulous in planning. I'm like, I'm gonna get 2 bags of the weed killer. I'm gonna lay that down, and then I'm gonna get the spray weed killer. I'm just gonna methodically spray it like a 240 all over. I'm just like, and I'm like planning all the work and everything I gotta do just to get out there to kill weeds. I'm like, I gotta get all this stuff
Yeah.
out. My wife's like, oh, we can hire somebody. I'm like, no, don't take this away from me. I gotta kill these fucking weeds. So if you're out there and you think that your 40s are gonna be filled with action and all this stuff, I'm like, maybe it will be. But if you're like me, you're gonna love killing some weeds.
Oh yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's the season of
Oh
life
yeah.
that I'm in.
No, I get it. I'm the same way with my yard, man. I'm out there like I have a lawn guy. I work with him all the time to
Yeah,
like figure out what's the next best thing to do. Is like right now this season I'm working on like putting new growth and grass and like
nice.
seeding and all that. And yeah, I get it, man. You know, getting rid of the weeds and like yeah, like dude, I get it. It's just like
Oh my
yeah, I
fucking
get
god!
it.
I literally felt like I was like, that's a video game idea because that's how I felt. I felt like I was playing Halo Wars, and I'm just commanding a brigade of weed killers. I'm just like, yeah, we're strategizing how to kill these weeds, and like every morning I look out there and I'm just like, fuck yeah, all of
Mm-hmm.
you, fuck killed all of you.
Oh, dude, I step out on my front porch every morning with my coffee and I'd stare at my grass. I'm just like, uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
The key
You
takeaway
guys are
from
not
this
gonna
is that we all
be.
become sergeant
Yeah.
majors.
Yeah.
Dude, Jay, thank you so much for being here
Yeah,
today,
man.
man. I needed this laugh. I don't
Yeah.
care what. I hope you enjoyed it, the audience. I don't.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't care because I have been so stressed and working so hard this week that I fucking, this is selfish. This is my selfish episode. I needed you in my life today, and I need to laugh this much. Oh my god, yeah. If you want to support Jay, where can they go to find out more about the foundation that you and your amazing wife work for?
They can go to the website, shieldofsisters.com. On all the socials, Shield of Sisters, just look it up, and reach out to from there.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for being here today. Before you guys leave, go to episode description, check out Jay's web or Instagram, and then go to the website there. Also, do me a favor, head on over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and especially YouTube. Give us a like, share, a follow, and dare I say, subscribe, not subtract. Fucking AI caption maker. I'm gonna go Alex Jones on you, fucking bitch, son of a bitch, fucking everything up for me. Like, follow, share, subscribe. I'm Deny Caballero. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we'll see y'all next time. Till then, take care.